The day you drove that Ford off the lot, the dealer shook your hand, smiled, and sent you on your way. What they didn't tell you is that the real money, their money, starts the moment you leave. I'm RJ. 20 years as a Ford mechanic. I've worked alongside dealership service departments, watched how they operate, and seen exactly what gets said at the counter and what doesn't. These are 15 things your Ford dealer will never voluntarily tell you. Some will save you hundreds, a few will save you thousands. And I've watched customers spend thousands on work they didn't actually need because nobody told them what I'm about to tell you. Let's get into it. The first thing your dealer hopes you never read is the maintenance schedule in your owner's manual, because the laminated sheet the service advisor hands you at check-in is not Ford's schedule. It's the dealership's preferred schedule, and those two things are very different documents. Ford engineers spent millions determining exactly when your fluids and filters need attention. The service advisor did not. A perfect example: many dealers push transmission service at 30,000 miles. Ford's actual specification for most models is 60,000 miles under normal driving conditions. That's one unnecessary service costing you $200 to $350, repeated multiple times over the life of the truck. Open your owner's manual, find the maintenance schedule for your specific model and engine. That is your reference, not the sheet on the counter. Every Ford model has slightly different intervals, so check yours specifically. This is the single most profitable myth in the dealership business model. They want you coming back for every oil change, every filter, every minor service at their prices, and they count on you believing that an independent shop will kill your coverage. Federal law settled this in 1975. The Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act makes it illegal for any manufacturer to void your warranty simply because you used an independent mechanic, as long as the correct fluids and parts were used. The burden of proof is on Ford to show that a specific independent repair caused a specific failure. They cannot blanket deny coverage because you didn't service at their facility. A qualified independent Ford specialist typically charges 40 to 60% less than the dealership for identical work. Same diagnostic equipment, same Motorcraft fluids, same part numbers. Your warranty isn't going anywhere. Dealers don't like explaining this one. Your Ford warranty covers defects in materials and workmanship. What it does not cover is damage caused by neglected maintenance, and dealerships know exactly how to document that distinction. If your EcoBoost develops a turbo failure and the service history shows oil changes stretched to 12,000 miles, Ford can deny that claim legally. The service record you build at the dealer or at an independent shop is your evidence. Gaps in that record become their argument. Keep every receipt, every oil change, every fluid service, every filter replacement. If a warranty dispute ever happens, that paper trail is the difference between a covered repair and a $4,000 bill that's entirely yours. I put together a maintenance guide specifically for Ford owners. The right fluids, correct intervals, everything organized by mileage so nothing gets missed. It's in the Ford Longevity Guide. Links in the description. Here's one that genuinely bothers me, because I've seen the damage firsthand. Many Ford dealers push a full machine transmission flush as standard service. And on several Ford transmissions, that's exactly the wrong procedure. The 10R80 10-speed used in most current F-150s is extremely sensitive to fluid condition and internal pressure. A machine flush forces fluid backward through the system under pressure. That pressure can dislodge debris and push it into valve body passages. Ford's own service procedure for most automatic transmissions specifies a drain and refill, not a machine flush. A drain and refill removes roughly 40% of the fluid. It's less dramatic, less impressive, and costs about half as much. Guess which one gets recommended? Customer named Greg came in last spring. 2019 F-150 XLT, 58,000 miles, shifting rough on the highway. Previous dealer had done a machine flush at 45,000 miles as a precaution. The flush pushed debris into the valve body. Full valve body replacement, $1,400. Greg had the invoice from the flush right there in the glove box. He'd paid $340 for the service that caused the problem. I didn't know what to say to him. I still don't. Ford offers prepaid maintenance plans covering scheduled services for 2, 3, or 4 years. The savings are real, 15 to 25% versus paying individually. But here's what the finance manager will never say out loud. If you roll that plan into your car loan, you're paying interest on your oil changes. Over a 5 or 6 year loan, those interest charges erase every dollar of savings. The pitch is that you're locking in today's prices against inflation. That's only true if you pay cash up front. And once your factory warranty expires at 3 years or 36,000 miles bumper to bumper, you're no longer obligated to service at the dealer. A prepaid plan that extends past warranty coverage locks you into dealer pricing at exactly the point when independent shops become your better option. You bring your Ford in for a routine oil change. 2 hours later, the service advisor calls. Everything went great, but while we had it up on the lift, we noticed a few things we'd recommend addressing. What follows is a list. Fuel injector cleaning, induction service, power steering flush, differential fluid, coolant exchange, nitrogen tire refill, each priced separately. Total, frequently over $1,000. Cross-reference every item on that list against your owner's manual for your specific model and mileage. Many of those services aren't due yet. Some aren't required at your current mileage at all. Tell the advisor you only want what Ford specifies for your model at your current mileage. Watch how fast that list shrinks. And if you own a Ford, drop the model and year in the comments right now. I want to see what you're all driving. I'll tell you exactly what made me angry enough to put this on the list. A customer came in. Retired guy, fixed income, bought a used Explorer from a Ford dealer 2 weeks earlier. I'm doing his first independent oil change and I pull up the purchase invoice. Nitrogen tire fill, $189. Window VIN etching, $299. Paint sealant, $595. Fabric protection, $195. Total add-ons, $1,278 on a $19,000 used Explorer. None of it asked for, all of it buried in the paperwork he signed while exhausted after 4 hours of negotiating. I've seen this more times than I can count. That's why this is on the list. The air you breathe is already 78% nitrogen. The remaining 22% oxygen in your tires is not hurting anything. If they offer nitrogen free with a service, take it. Do not pay for it. The exact same genuine Motorcraft parts, same part numbers, same Ford specifications, same box are available from independent suppliers at significantly lower prices. The oil filter that costs $62 at the service counter runs $28 online. Cabin air filter quoted at $48 is $16 from a reputable parts supplier. Brake pads at $360 from the dealer are $160 with identical specifications from an independent source. Multiply those gaps across every service visit over 10 years of ownership. This is why independent shops can charge 40% less and still use genuine Motorcraft parts. They're not locked into the dealer supply chain. You don't have to be either. Ford labels certain fluids as lifetime fill on some components, and dealers are happy to let you believe that means the fluid never needs attention. Here's what it actually means. It was engineered to last the expected service life of the vehicle under ideal conditions, which Ford defines as moderate temperatures, light loads, and consistent highway driving. Not towing, not stop and go, not a Texas summer or a Minnesota winter. I pulled the differential on a 2019 F-150 last year. 110,000 miles, never serviced because the owner was told the fluid was lifetime. The gear oil was black and smelled burnt. Ring and pinion showed scoring. That's a $2,800 repair that a $120 fluid change would have prevented. Lifetime fluid is a warranty era designation. After 60,000 miles, service it. After hours of negotiating, you get handed off to the finance service. You've been there for 2 hours, you're mentally exhausted, you just want the keys. That's exactly when the extended warranty presentation happens, and it's not an accident. The finance manager frames it as a small addition to your monthly payment. An extra $45 a month sounds reasonable when you're already at $650. But that's $2,700 over a 60-month loan for coverage you may never use. Third-party extended warranties from reputable providers often cover identical components for significantly less. You do not have to decide in that chair. Walk out, compare options on your own timeline. The pressure exists because the margin on that product is enormous, and the decision benefits from exactly the kind of clear thinking you don't have after 2 hours in a dealership. CPO sounds like a promise. The inspection checklist is long and detailed, but inspection checklists and actual execution are not always the same thing. Ford owner forums are full of documented cases, oil changes listed as completed that weren't done, cabin filters still original from the factory, brake fluid never tested despite being on the checklist. In one case I know personally, a CPO F-150 came in 3 weeks after purchase with an oil level 2 quarts low and an air filter that was obviously never touched. If you buy a CPO Ford, verify it yourself within the first week. Check the oil on the dipstick, pull the cabin filter, have an independent shop test the brake fluid. The badge gets you a warranty. It doesn't get you a guarantee that every box on that checklist was actually checked. Something goes wrong. You bring the truck in. Before anyone touches it, you're charged $150 to $250 just to plug it into the computer. At some dealerships, that fee applies toward repairs if you proceed with the work there. At others, it's a separate charge regardless. An independent Ford specialist charges significantly less for the same diagnostic process and almost always applies it toward the repair. The bigger issue is what dealers do with that diagnostic. The electronic power steering assist module is a known failure point on multiple F-150 generations. Dealer recommendation: replace the module, $1,600 to $2,200. An independent specialist who can reprogram the existing unit, $200 to $400. The dealership will never tell you reprogramming is an option because replacement generates more revenue. When you finance through the dealership, the finance manager has 2 numbers in front of them: the buy rate, what the lender actually approved you for, and the sell rate, what they quote you. If a lender approves you at 5.7%, the dealer may quote you 6.9%. That 1.2% difference on a $42,000 F-150 over 60 months is over $1,500 directly transferred from your pocket to theirs as a kickback from the lending institution. It's legal, it's standard practice, and it works because almost nobody asks. Ask them directly, what is the buy rate on this loan? Bring a pre-approval from your credit union. It costs you nothing, takes 20 minutes, and gives you leverage they weren't counting on. The moment you show them a competing rate in writing, their flexibility increases noticeably. Dealers spend years training salespeople to build emotional attachment. You sit in the seat, you picture the driveway. By the time you've been in the building for 2 hours, they know you want the truck. That investment of time becomes their leverage. The moment you walk out, the dynamic reverses completely. They will call within hours, sometimes within minutes. We talk to the manager. We think we can do a little better. End of month makes this even more powerful. Every unit on the lot is accumulating flooring costs daily, and moving metal becomes urgent. You don't owe a decision to anyone in a showroom. The truck will still exist tomorrow. Walk out, the call will come. The sticker price is the entry fee. What comes after it is what no one at that desk walked you through, because if they did clearly, some people would pause before signing. Insurance on an F-150 averages $1,800 to $2,400 per year, depending on trim and location. That's up to $12,000 over 5 years. A $52,000 F-150 Lariat loses roughly 20% of its value in year 1. That's over $10,000 gone before the first service interval. Depreciation continues at 12 to 15% annually after that. Once you're past the factory warranty, repair costs are entirely yours. Turbo work on an EcoBoost, transmission service on a 10R80, cam phaser repair on a 5.0. None of it is inexpensive. I've seen perfectly good trucks traded in simply because owners weren't prepared for what ownership actually costs after the warranty expires. They weren't bad owners, nobody prepared them. Ford builds exceptional trucks. I've seen F-150s reach 400,000 miles on original powertrains. But the trucks that make it that far along belong to owners who understand the real cost going in and planned for it. Now you do too. Hit like if this helped. Drop your Ford model and year in the comments. The full maintenance roadmap, fluids, intervals, what to watch at every mileage milestone is in the Ford Longevity Guide. Links in the description. I'll see you in the next one.